Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Not So Super Brash Bros E3 coverage for 2017. Yes, the third press conference is upon us and it is Bethesda. And as always, I am your host, Nick, I was right, Davis. Joined as ever by Hans, I was wrong, Davis.
I put far too much faith in Bethesda.
So yes, Bethesda in their third year doing their own E3 press conference. After, to be fair, 2 very good years with the reveals of Fallout 4 and Doom, have come back again for their very brief 45-minute conference this year. Could have probably made it like 20 if you really wanted.
So to open up, why was there children on my screen?
I think it's the whole build up, the whole we at Bethesda we're a family business. Oh, sorry, we are like a family business. We
are they? Okay,
are,
that's cool. That's cool.
Like all our devs like each other here.
That's
they
great.
All have lives.
Family business. The KKK was in the fucking last ad, Nick. Family business. My
the funny thing, I did like one of the kids saying, "I don't know what that is." I thought that was really funny. We get the opening montage of Bethesda saying, "Oh, here's all our kids. We're working on esports. We're working on this. We're working on scary games."
I actually did like that one of the kids just got up and walked off,
doing kid stuff. And then we have Pete Hines, CEO of marketing, I think, or senior vice president of marketing, something like that for Bethesda. And he recaps the last couple of years of Bethesda releases: Doom, Fallout, Skyrim, etc., etc.
Actually, this bit made me realize just how long a life a Bethesda game actually has. Like, Doom has its multiplayer, which is still going all right. Like, people are still playing Fallout 4 and Skyrim, even if it's the enhanced edition. Yep. Like, they have a good shelf life.
And then we launch into our first trailer for Doom VFR, which is a stupid name.
Is it supposed to be virtual fucking reality? Is that what it's
like the
supposed
BFG.
To be?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I got that.
I think Doom in VR is a terrible idea. I do not think with the solution they have put in, like the point and click movement solution, that's not Doom.
No, like the whole point of Doom was like moving fast, bouncing from one enemy to another to execute a kill.
Like if I'm not moving at like 100 miles an hour in Doom, it's just a fucking boring ass first person shooter.
It's not even that. Realistically, in the original Doom, if you stood still for any point of time, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they're going to have to scale back on maybe the difficulty or the challenge so that you don't die if you stand still, because you're going to be standing still for a relatively long amount of time in a VR thing.
And then they launch into Fallout 4 VR as well, which has like what looks like free actual movement, which was weird. Like, why couldn't you put that in Doom?
I want to know how that works, though.
Yeah, especially because this was shown on the Vive, not the Oculus, and the Vive doesn't have, like, say, a traditional, like, analog stick on its controllers.
Yeah.
There's, like, that wee haptic touchpad on it, but I can't imagine that being great for movement.
No. On the plus side, though, like, with this thing with the VATS and stuff like that, you can play it more statically.
But
plus,
they didn't show VATS in that trailer, which I thought was quite weird.
Maybe they haven't sussed it out yet.
But is it going to be anything different than you press a button and then you can just point with your Vive controller at the target?
Fuck you asking me? Do I work for Bethesda? No.
But yeah, like, I think it's a smart move to, like, it is the first VR game that looks like an actual yes, it's a re-release of a AAA game, but at least it's a AAA game coming to VR. Like, in the same vein that Resident Evil 7 came to VR.
Like, although it doesn't look great for Bethesda, in my opinion, it looks great for VR. Mm-hmm. Like you said, like it's massive steps forward for VR. For like, this is an actual balls solid chunky game. Like, this is not just a VR experience.
And then like, it has one over in Resident Evil 7 where like this is literally a game you could spend $200 in VR, which is like something VR needs because at the minute all the games are just so fucking like short that.
Well, like I said, they're experiences rather than actual like stories and gameplay mechanics. Yeah, but it's good. So it's good for VR.
Yep. Then we get a trailer for The Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind, which is a shitty reaction trailer that has the audio out of sync.
What's up, guys? It's Al.
It's James.
And it's JV.
It's gonna be exciting.
I'm pretty excited right now.
I saw that and I was sitting there going like, great, another community fucking showcase.
Yeah. At least it wasn't. It was kind of the first half of that trailer. They did kind of after that really only show, alright, here's what's tomorrow, and here's some of the other upcoming stuff we have coming. Hans, as a person that plays the Elder Scrolls Online, are you excited for Morrowind?
No.
Okay.
It might entice people who haven't played Elder Scrolls Online but played the original Morrowind. They might buy into it, but they're not going to stay because, like, I originally got into the online or Elder Scrolls Online because I was like, oh yeah, if it plays anything like Elder Scrolls but with an online aspect, fuck yeah, it's going to be awesome. But it doesn't, and I feel like if they're going to come in and realize the exact same thing, maybe stick about for a couple of months and then just leave again.
Yeah. We get a nice Thomas the Tank Engine reference.
What?
Did you see that? They were doing
No.
when they were doing the transition to like talking about the mods in Skyrim and Fallout. There was a Thomas the Tank Engine like rolled past after like the Thomas the Tank Engine dragon mod that people make. So then I think the biggest fucking stupid thing they did, they announced the Creation Club, which seems like them retrying to do the paid mod shit that they tried to do and got slated for.
I put the exact same thing. Yeah, because paid mods worked so fucking well for Steam, didn't it?
The difference, I think, for this is they are going to be curating all this, like, through their Creation Club. Like, the way they worded it seems like it was paid mods from Bethesda themselves and from, like, curated devs that they've hired, essentially. So it's not just anyone can put a paid mod up, which is slightly better, but mods shouldn't be paid for.
No, like, this is the thing. Like, with things like Patreon and stuff like that, that is really how these creators are going to get paid. Now, if you put up a paywall for your mod, no one's going to touch it. No one is going to touch it, and then you're doing yourself and the customer out of something. Whereas if you put it up and someone enjoys it, say, look, if you enjoyed this, go to my Patreon, put in my pay, or put in whatever, donate so much a month, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, paid mods can be, like, there is maybe a market for them, but the issue is there are so many fantastic free mods, like people going out and making entire fucking campaigns with voice acting and new models and stuff like that for free.
Yeah.
Like, why would you pay for some small cosmetic stuff when you can get something that's probably 100 times more expensive and more fucking interesting for free?
Did you see what mod they decided to show off the paid mods with as well? A fucking pet crab in Skyrim? Great, I'm gonna pay 500 credits for that, you dicks.
Yep. After that, we get the Elder Scrolls Legends, which is their card game. Not Gwent.
Yo, we hear you like that Hearthstone and Gwent. Why not try this?
My first comment is not Gwent, not caring.
Yeah.
It's getting Skyrim themed cards.
I think that's a smart move.
Oh yeah, fucking milk that Skyrim cow for all it's worth.
Yeah, no, but like the thing is, like, it is still recent in people's minds. Do you know what my big issue with Elder Scrolls is? The Legends thing. There's not really enough famous characters for it to work. Like, if you look at Gwent, for example, like, each character is so unique and interesting that you can put them onto a card and be like, yeah, this is what this person does. But you don't really get that in Elder Scrolls.
I think they should have kind of went to the same approach that Gwent did, in that you don't play a person, you play a race. Or like like in Gwent, you play, oh, you're the monsters, oh, you're the Scoia'tael, you're whatever. They should have. I think they should have done that. Like, oh, you're the Redguard, oh, you're the Dark Elves in Elder Scrolls. And I think it would have panned out a bit better.
Yeah, no, that would have worked well.
Next up, we finally get actually the official announcement of Skyrim on the Switch, because that was never actually officially announced until now.
That is great news for the Switch.
Yep, amiibo support, which kind of looks hilarious. Not gonna lie, that was pretty dope.
The motion controls as well.
Yeah, the motion controls I'm iffy on, but you might as well use them if you're gonna have the motion controls are there as long as you can play it with ordinary controls. I don't see the issue with it.
I know, but I was just the guy. Could you just imagine? Oh, I'll whip out my Switch here, play a little game. Some guy sitting on the train, puts it on the table.
His arms everywhere.
He's just wah 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 wah.
Everyone just slowly moving away from him.
The only thing that could be better is if they put in voice commands as well for the for the shouts. So you actually have to shout at the console.
Did they not have that for the Kinect?
They had it.
I think they did.
They might have had it for the shout powers, or they might have had it. You could quick select with your voice.
I think they had
different items as well.
I think they had the shout powers on the Kinect on the original version. There was no date attached to this, which I thought was a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm actually quite happy for the Switch because it's getting the support that the Wii U should have got.
Like you can you know what I think is amazing? Like you'll get a load of people to buy a Switch just by saying, "Oh, you can play Skyrim anywhere you want." We get a cinematic trailer for Dishonored 2's DLC, Death of the Outsider.
Who's the Outsider, Nick?
The Outsider is the character that gives Corvo his powers in the first one. I've never played Dishonored 2, so...
Okay, I only dabbled in Dishonored 1, and I honestly... like this entire trailer was just me going like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
He's depicted as like a demigod type person.
It's just...
New protagonist as well, which I thought, well, it seemed like they were hinting at new protagonists for this DLC, which is not really weird. They did that in the Dishonored 1 DLC, but they seem to put a lot of eggs in their Corvo and Emily baskets, so I'm a bit weirded out. But I've never played Dishonored 2, so it could make sense that they're not in this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big in Dishonored, so the trailer didn't really tickle my fancy or anything.
Yep. Quake Champions getting a big esports push, and I hated the voices. But I couldn't tell if the voices were were character voices or were they people playing.
I think they're character voices.
That kind of makes it even worse if I have to play and listen to that.
I'm sorry, but I will never take esports seriously, no matter how black and white you make your film.
Wolfenstein tie-in, because BJ is going to be in that game.
Okay, I'm marking out for that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It is nice to see an old school fast-paced shooter, and I think the fact, one, it's old school and fast-paced, and two, doesn't look like it's been made by fucking Pixar, will make this stand out from its Overwatches and everything else that's trying to copy Overwatch, so I think it should do well.
Then they also announced the Quake World Championships will be taking place at QuakeCon.
Cool. I'm not going to Texas just to play fucking Quake, but cool.
Then we get a trailer for our first new, kind of unknown thing. Well, unknown quote marks. The Evil Within 2. It's a cool trailer. No gameplay really shown until there's a brief montage at the end. I think it looks alright. It's a horror game, so I'm not really that interested, but it seems like a decent looking horror game.
I didn't think the last one did well enough, either critically or by sales, to warrant a sequel.
I don't think it did. I don't think it did amazingly by any stretch of the imagination, but I think Bethesda bought the studio after it came out.
So we're going to use it.
Because I think the first one was published by Capcom, maybe. I can't remember. No, it might have been made by Capcom. I can't remember. There was something to do with Capcom or something. I can't remember. But I think Bethesda then bought the studio after it. So I think they thought, oh, we might as well make another one, see what happens.
I mean, it looks alright. It's a horror shooter, maybe in the same sort of style as Third Person Condemned. Yeah, like you said, it's a horror shooter. I'm not really a big horror.
The first one had those black bars.
Oh, they make it look like a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Getting the Friday the 13th October release. Which I'm shocked that the Friday the 13th game did not do.
I mean, it's because their PR firm must be literally monkeys. Yeah, no, look, I mean, it's good marketing. Friday the 13th release date. Let's see if they stick to it.
Yeah, Bethesda have been pretty good about that. Fallout 4 came out the day and they announced it would. And
yeah.
Then we get Wolfenstein: The New Colossus reveal, which was teased last year. There was a brief glimpse of the name in their computer boot up thing at the very start of the press conference. So this is now the full reveal of it. Cool pseudo 80s TV show trailer with German mech dog.
Yeah, maybe
that was pretty dope. Which then transitions into what looks like gameplay, rendered cutscenes, and some gameplay stuff, and it looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that was a really good trailer. Good comedy, then kind of transitioned into more serious and over the top. Fuck me, the KKK, calm down, lads. Seriously,
it makes sense in a Nazi-occupied America.
It does.
KKK would be a bit more prevalent.
I mean, it does, and plus you're going to be if they're bringing in a coloured character with that female, it makes sense. You can do good story stuff, though. Be fucking careful, because that could seriously blow up. I always love the universe of Wolfenstein. It's a really good universe, and you can play with so much in it.
There looks like there's mounted combat. You can it looks like you can get on the back of one of those dog things.
BJ has a mech suit now.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit weird.
I mean, it's cool. It's done, and so it does look like it's part of that timeline. It's not oh, this is super futuristic in a world of not being. So does that mean Like, we had the year of the dog and the year of the bow. So is this the year of the mech suit with Anthem, BJ? Yeah, very good, very good.
We get an October 27th release date.
See, well, are you going to pick up Wolfenstein?
Maybe.
Did you play the last one?
No.
I tried again the last one, like I really did, but I couldn't get into it, and I don't know what it was, because there was good story stuff to it, and it was different from your traditional, at that point, you know, your modern day war shooter.
It paved the way for like that Doom coming out.
Yeah,
like, it was an older style shooter, and then Doom kind of went, alright, we are a full fucking old style shooter.
But I couldn't get into it, and I don't know why. So I am kind of on the fence. But like, the new one looks great, don't get me wrong. But yeah. Look out for it in October or November, whenever it was. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
Then Hines comes out and says there will be a hands-on at the show, and my thing is, why not just show that hands-on at this conference?
Yeah, demos.
Yeah, and then make it playable to people, yeah. He says everything that was announced here will be released this year, which I think is a nice thing to commit to. I think Nintendo's doing the same thing, actually. I think they said they are literally going to focus on everything that is coming out this year.
Yeah, I mean...
Which makes sense when you're not trying to, like, say, in the whole idea of, say, Sony and Microsoft, where you're not trying to really push console sales.
Yeah, I was saying, because, like, this was the complete opposite of Microsoft, wasn't it? Like...
Yeah.
Oh, we're not, we're going to just, here's something, but it's all in 2018.
Well, like,
whereas this is like, here's a couple of things and they're all out this year.
Bar Anthem, I think everything in Microsoft was announced for like at least, or at latest, like early 2018, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. Like early.
Bar the console.
Yeah. And then that's it. That was the end of the show in 45 minutes. And my main thought was, why was this a press conference? Like, why not just do something like Nintendo does and like live stream a video out? Because like literally from Pete Hines left the stage to when Pete Hines came back on the stage 45 minutes later, it was all one big video.
Yeah.
There was nobody on the stage. Like, there was probably about fucking 500 to 1,000 people in that room just staring at a screen. But yeah, I have noticed like nothing here was a surprise announcement. Like, everyone knew an Evil Within 2 was coming. Everyone knew a new Wolfenstein was coming. Everyone knew there was a Fallout 4 VR in the works, and everyone, like, there was talk of them, like, demoing Doom VR things as well. Like, nothing here was a, oh fuck, announcement, like the way Doom was last year. Like, everyone knew Doom was coming, but no one expected it to be like it was. Wolfenstein and Evil Within kind of look as you'd expect. So, Hans, all in all, what do you think of the show?
The complete opposite of Microsoft. Bare bones would be an overstatement. Like, there was 2 new things here, and everything else is like, yeah, we're going to continue to support things that we've already announced. Yeah, I thought this was a really bad conference. It didn't sell me on anything. I'm not going to buy anything that they announced / kind of talked about. And it didn't sell me on the things I'm on the fence about. So, yeah, really bad conference overall. Good thing it was short, but really bad conference.
Overall, yeah. There was nothing there that, like, wasn't a known quantity, essentially. Only really Wolfenstein, I think, looked really interesting to me. But again, known quantity. It's not jaw-dropping by any stretch of the imagination. And I still don't see why this couldn't have been a Nintendo-esque, just live stream video instead of an actual press conference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Bethesda in the book.
Ubisoft tonight.
Yep, Ubisoft tonight, and then Sony and Nintendo tomorrow, and then we're into E3 proper. Show floor opens. It is a goodbye from Hans.
See ya.
It's goodbye from me. You give me an Ubisofty.
I have a Uber hard.
If you get that checked out, if it lasts more than 4 hours.